Hey hybrids, Coach Michael here, and today I'm going to be taking you through a training day with me. Welcome to a hybrid training day out of my gym. Let's not fuck around, let's just get right into it. All right, first things first, let me give you a quick rundown of what's going on with my training and where I'm at and what you're going to see today. So I'm currently 4 weeks out from a marathon and I am fucked. Training has been extremely challenging for me at the moment. So forgive me with some of the loads you may see me lift today. They're not my best. And to be honest, I have accepted the fact that being my strongest right now is not a priority. Everything I'm following along today is available on my app, which is the same app that I use to coach all of my online clients. I have all of my exercises on there. I follow along, fill it out, exercise library, all of the info I need, including the program and other important data that I'm trying to track. If you want to get support and a program just like this, visit my website for coaching. Yesterday, I ran 36 kilometers. My legs are extremely fatigued. Today, I went for a short 5K run in the wet and rainy weather that we're having here at the moment in Sydney. In terms of my training at the moment, as I've previously mentioned, it's generally full body. I don't have any injuries as of right now that I'm really trying to manage. Right now, it's all about hitting all muscle groups, getting all the movement patterns down pat that I'm trying to work on, and just pushing those exercises as much as I can. In terms of the heavy lifting at the moment, I've taken that out for the most part. I'm still bench pressing, but I'm not doing any squats or deadlifts. The ability to do those exercises with maximal intent, being able to lift heavy and have energy to come into the gym and do them, was just decreasing as the weeks progressed, as my running volume increased. In addition to that, every time I went to go do those exercises, one, I was honestly just fucking tired and I could not lift heavy. And two, the residual fatigue that I then accrued from that run or the runs in the days prior, then compounded with the heavy lifts that I was doing, those deadlifts and those squats, and it then carried over into the training sessions I had after that. So I just constantly felt like I was never recovering. So for that reason, I've taken those movements out. And they've been out of my program for about 4 weeks now. I am still bench pressing with a barbell, which you'll see me do today. After the marathon, I'll then reintroduce those heavy compound lifts. I'll have some fun with those again. As of right now, everything is just getting me to the door, basically, of this marathon. If you're someone in a similar position preparing for a race, you need to accept the fact that you may need to prioritize something for a little while in order to be able to excel at it. So for me, prioritizing running has been a priority for me for the past few weeks because I have a time that I want to hit, because I've never run this full distance before, because it's unfamiliar, and I just want to do everything I can to make sure I perform at my best on the day. Needless to say, if I was fitter, I could probably keep those heavy lifts in. However, I'm not at that level yet. And that's just me being frank. So when I do get to that level, I'll let you know. But for now, focus is on the running. Everything I'm doing in the gym right now is complementing my running. So this morning I went for a run. Currently running 4 days a week, lifting 3 days a week. Today you're going to see a little bit of everything. I'm over talking. Let's just fucking lift some shit. And last but not least, if you like seeing this content, you enjoy it, you want to see me do more of it, like this video, comment, subscribe, whatever, but comment, let me know. I want to be able to do more things that you guys are gonna get benefit from. Okay, so I'm just getting warmed up basically now. I've just come off the bike. I did about 5 minutes on there. Not hard, just to work up a little bit of a sweat. I always start my workouts off with some tib raises and some calf raises. I've been doing this for years, and I initially started doing this to help improve my ankle range of motion. I have never done either of these exercises because of their ability to reduce injury risk in terms of running. I started doing these exercises years ago as they were prescribed to me by an old physio. And to be honest, I liked them and I've just kept them in ever since. When I do the tib raises, I find that they may help with my ability to run. They definitely help with my ability to lift, giving me a little bit more dorsiflexion, allowing my knees to go over my toes. But to be honest, I don't do them because some fucking knees over toes guy has made them like the most popular exercise in the world. I just do them, one, because I've just been doing them for years, and two, I feel like they give me a little bit more ankle range of motion primarily. I'm basically just going until I feel a burn at the front of my shins. I'll only do one set to failure. So I'm just doing one set of single leg calf raises to failure. All I'm doing here is elevating my big toe only as I'm doing this calf raise. I'm pushing my heel down in order to get a stretch and then coming up and getting a squeeze. The purpose of elevating my big toe is to get a little bit more of a stretch on the muscle that runs underneath my foot. The purpose of getting a little bit more stretch on it means that I'm able to actually target it when I'm doing the calf raise. A lot of the time when people do calf raises, you'll find their feet dip or point away from the big toe, and that's because they have issues driving their big toe into the ground. You need to be able to drive your big toe into the ground if you want to be able to supinate your foot or create an arch. For me, that has always been something that I've had trouble with, particularly on my left foot. So it's something I'm trying to work on the regular. So after the tib raises, I'll do one set of this to failure on both legs. Exercise number 1, bench press. Wrist straps are on, ready to go. Doing Larsen or feet up bench, whatever you want to call it. My legs will basically be out in front of me, and that's just to focus on the upper body. This is in no way close to the heaviest I've ever done 8 reps for, and that's fine. I think the most I've done 8 reps for is 127, normal bench press. So I'm doing 3 sets of 8 of this now, feet up. Well below my strongest, but this is the life I've chosen for now. One set down, 2 to go. It actually felt a little bit easier than what I was anticipating. Next up, Bulgarian split squats. So as I mentioned before, I've taken out heavy barbell lower body movements like deadlifts and squats. Still going relatively heavy. Today we're going 45 kilo Bulgarians. In terms of my lower body volume, I've dropped it down. So today I'm only going to be doing 2 hard sets. And the reason for that is that tomorrow I'm actually doing another pretty decent run. I'm just trying to manage fatigue, again, prioritizing the running, but keeping the intensity quite high on the lower body movements means I can get away with less volume, but also still get enough of a stimulus to keep the muscle size. You're not really going to be getting growth right now, but definitely to keep as much size as possible. Okay, I have no doubt this is going to be a fucking nightmare. Fuck me dead. They're always fucked. I don't care what anyone says. Love them, but they're always fucked. All right, exercise number 3, we've got standing hamstring curls. Fun fact, if you have a seated quad extension machine like this is also a lying one, it's a 2-in-1, you can also make it a standing hamstring curl. Exercise number 5 or 4, I don't remember, seal row. So this one is probably one of my favorite exercises that I ever do for my back, just in general. It doesn't matter what phase of my training I'm in, whether I'm focusing on a marathon or trying to just get stronger, more jacked. I love any kind of rowing movement. I think seal rows are one of the best. Chest supported rows in particular are excellent because they allow you to isolate the back muscles without so much jerking, pause. But also because you can just go heavy and you feel like a fucking animal sometimes when you do it. And I don't know, I feel like my back just responds really well to rowing movements. Bro science, I don't know. So next up we've got our arm exercises. We've got biceps, triceps, and then to finish off a core exercise. Bicep curls and triceps obviously serve no purpose overall to my running performance, but I'm doing them because I enjoy doing them. I just like training arms. It's probably one of my favorite muscle groups to train. Yeah, that's fucking all there is to it. I'm doing squat, cable, preacher, curls. If you don't have a preacher, this is an awesome alternative. All right, triceps. A lot of cables when it comes to arm training for me, just because I enjoy it. If I had access to machines, I would, but I just generally don't have access to machines. So a lot of the time you'll see me doing cable stuff. That's just out of preference. I'm doing single arm push downs. When it comes to training most smaller body parts, I can go pretty hard. Arms, calves, shoulders. Because it's a smaller muscle group, training it with higher intensity is generally not gonna cause that much fatigue. So you can go hard most weeks and not accumulate that much fatigue that it's really gonna hinder or affect other aspects of your training. Now we're doing core, wood chops, rotation. Couple things. One, I'm using a band. I like the fact that the band kind of slingshots me back and I have to eccentrically control it by using my obliques on the other side. If you want to use a cable, it works fine as well. The thing is, lifters and runners, you need some form of rotation. I don't give a fuck what sport you're in, rotation is a good thing. Runners, you need rotation as you run because your body rotates, right? Lifters, a lot of the stuff we do tends to be very up and down in one straight line, basically. By adding in a few simple rotation exercises, you'll be surprised at how much more mobile you feel. So this is in there for me, wood chop that shit. Here, bang, bang, twisted the hips. Oh, Jackie Chan. I should have used the easier band so I don't look like as much of a bitch. But all right, guys, that's a wrap on another video. Hybrid training day for me as of right now. As I said, that's one of 3 of the weight training days that I do. If you're interested to train like me, or you feel hybrid and you want someone to help you become the best version of yourself, contact me for coaching, www.coachmichaelsechos.com. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.